Hey, happy Monday, folks. Welcome to Wealth Creation Investing's Monday Market Outlook. I'm Matthew Buckley, the Chief Investment Strategist here at WCI, and we have an interesting week ahead. Now, the market's opened down a little bit, mainly because Apple, who's getting close to $1 trillion market value, is under pressure. They expected, analysts are saying 8 million sold over the weekend. There's going to be riots in the street. It came in around 5 million. So they're under some pressure today, using this as an opportunity in a couple of our model portfolios to trade some weekly options, some bullish weekly options in Apple and Google to the tune of about $4,000 or $5,000 in potential max profit. So good stuff going on there. But folks, this is going to be a huge week. As we talked about last week, the markets, like I said, the janitor came through and has cleaned out the confetti off the floor, off the QE3 Infinity floor, and the market's starting to realize that, okay, looking around the room, now we got to look at really what the market's doing and what the underlying fundamentals are in the market. And we have a huge week coming up in the United States. Let's just take a look at Tuesday. We have the S&P Schiller, the home builder composite, the consumer confidence numbers coming out. Richmond Manufacturing Index, yawn. Geithner speaking, more or less a yawn, but new home sales. New home sales on Wednesday are going to be ginormous. 372 before, 381 is the consensus now. And then we move on to Thursday. Thursday's going to be and also a ginormous day. Durable goods, weekly unemployment claims. Final GDP, folks. This one is also going to be huge. Pending home sales is going to be big, but GDP, folks, we're going to see what the anemic growth of our GDP is, whether it's revised up, down, all over the place. So it's going to be, and that's quarter over quarter GDP. And obviously look at the trend here, folks. So they're saying we're going to hold steady here, more or less, and I'm a seller of that. And then on Friday we have a lot of information as well. We have the core PCE index, personal spending and personal income. Huge. How are consumers spending, and how's the income growth looking, right? And then Chicago PMI, Midwest Manufacturing Index. So goes Chicago PMI, usually the US PMI goes. And then University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment. Huge week. Huge week in the market, folks. And what are we doing right now? We're still wandering around the desert. Dow's down, and the Nasdaq's down as well. But I wouldn't worry about it. We had a massive expiration, good expiration, at least in the Top Gun Options model portfolio. Getting assigned on some gold, which we didn't mind, and some other positions. We're having a great year since March 1st on about a $50,000 model portfolio. We're up over about nearly $81,000 in model portfolio profits. So just having an absolute blast in the model portfolio. So big week in the market. It's also a big week, and I kind of skipped over this because of everything that's going on in the States, but there's a lot going on overseas as well. Thursday-ish, we're expecting Spain to ask for a formal bailout, so make sure you take a look at what's going on overseas as well. Draghi speaks tomorrow at 9 a.m. before the market opens. That could be a potentially market-moving event. Like we said, we have a Draghi put in place. We have a Bernanke put in place, but he has, unlike Bernanke, who's shooting blanks, President Draghi actually has a couple tools or bullets left in his gun there. He can lower interest rates. He can go directly and buy bad debt from folks instead of in the secondary market. So he's got some interesting stuff he can do. German CPI. Italian retail sales, folks. This stuff is going to start moving the U.S. market as well, because we have a lot of potential misses or slowing down there. Germany's actually starting to slow down. Some reports out of the weekend starting to slow down there. So yeah, make sure you take a look at what's going on overseas as well, because we're going to be trading that tomorrow in our Top Gun Options primary live trade brief, and also Wednesday in our Wealth Creation Investing live trading session. So going to be a huge week in the market, folks, and we're going to see if the market starts treating bad news as bad news, or if we're going to go back to holding our nose and just gently going up. One more thing before I gotta run and get trading here. Let's take a look at the 5-year chart, and if you trade with me or any of our programs, you know this by heart. But let's just I strenuously want to show something, just like a few good men, right? I strenuously object. All right, so we talked about the world ending with the financial crisis. About a year's time going from 1500 on the SPOOs to about 666, and why that creeped us right the hell out. And then look at this. QE1, QE2, Operation Twist, and obviously the lines get smaller. And then here we are, Operation QE Infinity. But here's what I want you to note. QE1 came as we thought we were all going to hell. And then what happened? Down market, unemployment, bunch of stuff out of Europe, and Bernanke and the U.S. government decides they need to get involved in capitalism. Well, they got involved down here. Big failure out of Bush and Paulson, starting the GM bailout and starting the financial bailout. Should have let it all burn. But check this out. So flat or down market and then flat, and then we pump it up. Then what happens? Great, good news. And then flat to down market. And then same thing for Operation Twist, flat to down market. What did Bernanke do, folks? We've been on this, incredible tear in the market. And then what's he do? So he added QE3 Infinity to an already up market. Now we're in uncharted territory, folks. This isn't our father or mother stock market. But as we can see, previous quantitative easing efforts by our government have been done in down markets, down the flat markets. Bernanke jumped, got his helicopter airborne full of liquidity and started dumping on a market that's already up. So that's pretty interesting. And we're going to be talking about that a lot in our live trading sessions this week. So Dow down 50 now, SPOO's down about 6. It'll be interesting to see if this holds or if folks use this as a buying opportunity. Why? I just got bullish Apple on some weeklies because it's Apple, folks. And people are still lined up at the store. Any institutional money, this was down 11% at the open, or I'm sorry, $11 at the open. Now we've had that loss already, and I got bullish on some Apple as soon as this opened, and same thing with Google. Okay, got to run, got to do some trading. I'll see you tomorrow with Top Gun Options Tuesday Market Sit Rep. Have a great day.